Hello. Let's do some rapping. Let's start with the message. I know I found the message. I know I had a dream. Identified the very thing that's splitting at the seam. I done forgot the message. I done forgot the dream. I'll have to write it down next time, but here's a little cream. I know I found the message. I know I had a dream. Identified the very thing that's splitting at the seam. I done forgot the message. I done forgot the dream. I'll have to write it down next time, but here's a little cream. Give up on my quest for glory, and I got it from God. Asked me to profess the message, and I answered in tongue. Empty all my aquifers and then fill them with doubt, questioning the very fabric of what this is about. If it's violence or shame, then I've got it in spades. Not a lot I wouldn't do. Happiness to evade. I sense the mighty and the proud, and I have to pretend. Not a lot I wouldn't do, so I don't have to blend. There's not a lot I wouldn't do to avoid being bland. I hold the switches in the grip of an orangutan. You could tell that they're in trouble from the way that they ran. Used to hate my guts for glory, now I call them a fan. Ultimately, what you have to understand is this. Don't need to be understood. Understand who this? Not too much that I depend on this. I don't seek no validation, though I'd kill for it. It could never be enough to fulfill my drink, and it would never be enough to wash off the stink. I know that even if I get it, it can never be mine. So I'll keep my prayers burning and I'll bride my pride. How many times do I have to make it loud? How come? How much more time before I begin to see the sun? How many bars till I have some fun? How many squares till it's back to one? How many beats do I have to slay? How many breaths till it's back to gray? How many bricks do I have to lay? How many flow do your thought convey? I may have bitten that one off, okay. Dang, I surely did, and that's not okay. Let's hang 'em, yay! I know I found the message. I know I had a dream. Identified the very thing that's splitting at the seam. I done forgot the message. I done forgot the dream. I'll have to write it down next time, but here's a little cream. Let's go. Lies. Lies. Why you yelling at the mic? You yelling at the mic. Adaptive reality translation. I'm pissed off and fed up with all of the lies. I hope we take note and we make it this time. I hope we connect and we mark all the signs. I hope lesson change, but I know that time flies. See all of this evil, that's what does it mean? I'm picking up breadcrumbs, I'm sensing the theme. I didn't want to know, I didn't believe. It's the son of man that I've tried to appease. I'm turning the salt, all those looking at me. Now one of these crackers is looking bereaved, and over again, police looking relieved. Yeah, they kick us, abuse us, torment us, and shoot. Unless you're in white skin and wearing a shoot. It's half about money and part about race. So all the abuse and hurt I have to chase. I'm talking about shootings and children's and drugs. I'm talking about folks that gave up on their hugs, confused as a man what to do about loss. I swam in the oceans till ego I tossed. My anger remained, and that anger is real. So many would kill me, control how I feel. But why is you waiting? I'm open and able, so take your best shot and then exit the table. I'm playing for keeps and you're just playing fable. My goal is to make sure that the future is stable. Adaptive reality translation. System of dissident fiction, a mixture of rescue and ransom. I'm painting the picture. Let's call it a picture. A general tincture. I'm witcher, kombucha, the ruin, the suture. Dang, the lies are control. Control all the lies. Pretend that the air and water have eyes. When wind catches whisper, just look at the skies. Then point me to those that determine who dies. Where they at? I guess what they're trying to say is, you're right, I'm a festival. Hail to the king, I'm the best of all. Parade out through the streets, I'm a rest assured. See, there's no room for shame in the quest for soul. No, there's no room for soul in this outlet mall. I'ma melt my ego in a chocolate ball. I'ma kiss the ground, mark it where I fall. Take another bow when the music call. Come now, I need more of that cowbell, y'all. Noise. Noise. Triple H. I love hip hop. It's the best. As a medium, a channel, a friend, I'm just one of the lives it's saved. Happy 50th. Let's celebrate. So bump, bump, bump it to the door. Bump, bump, bump it till you soar. Raise your spirits high. Live before you vie. Love is do or die. Not about to drop names just to flex my wisdom. I don't fancy to impress, but you have the freedom. Only here to be counted as alive. And those in a long line of students to give hip hop hope. Cut the crap and tell her you love her. Tell her that without her you can't go any further. Tell her for her goodwill or her goals you will forward. Tell her that each other you have found what a wonder. That the planets would collide for you need of another. Confess that you've been stuck, she's gone and oil the hinges. Tell her you're reduced to both the yachts and syringes. Ask her to hold tight to all your light on a shelf. Your love for her is maximum and it's eating itself. Witnessing a Romanian with a skill and a dream. Mixing bands, old school wisdom over fun, dope beats. Anchored on hope, been exposing the tropes. Grab my armor and horse. Yo, for better or worse, take a run at this world. Pay attention to my word. Bald men with a perm and a net scowl. You might think that not containing your excitement will dull it. Well, I'm here to reveal that I've only begun it. So bump, bump, bump it to the door. Bump, bump, bump it till you soar. Raise your spirits high. Live before you vie. Love is do or die. Not about to drop names just to flex my wisdom. I don't fancy to impress, but you have the freedom. Only here to be counted as alive. And those in a long line of students to give hip hop hope. Cut. Let me raise the realness and set the threat to 11. I'm not wasting no more breath on assuaging the leaven. All done running up the clock, start protecting my soul. God's got me, you got me, let's all go. I ain't judging or preaching, sharing things that I thought of. As I parted with the demons and that tea with my monsters, took a sip of compassion, chased the hate and the pain. Some shade if you straight believe suffering is a gain. A fine enough mindset when applied to yourself. No one gets to write that check out for anyone else. Don't put weight on our souls. Don't you bet on our worth. Blunt force trauma don't cultivate growth. Lessons are learned clear. Kindness will grow dear. Life lived with no fear. Get with it or disappear. So bump, bump, bump it to the door. Bump, bump, bump it to your soar. Raise your spirits high. Live before you vie. Love is do or die. Not about to drop names just to flex my wisdom. I don't fancy to impress, but you have the freedom. Only here to be counted as alive, and those in a long line of students to give hip hop hope. Cut. These artists answer questions that we all would ask in the corners of our souls, still untouched by glass. In the parking lot at Denny's for your shift last week, when you're faced with the reality that makes you sick. Who are we and who are we supposed to be? They taught whole courses on the triple beam. Hatred and oppression fought with force of will. Called our systems, institutions that are wrought within. It was never perfect, but it answered clear. Been the same dang answer more than 2,000 years. But you cursed and fought it. It was met with fear. Admit it, it's the truth you can't bear to hear. Try to crucify hip-hop that you kill our hope. Nah, made sure everything we do felt dope. You don't know better, Pharisee. Don't force your vision. Stop judging my truth with your split decision. The world is yours, one mic, one beat. I always knew this was my destiny. Nothing lasts forever. Some things are sacred. Rest is up to you. Either bring it or vacate.